Hi folks, welcome back. I hope you're safe and warm. As you know, the weather has knocked out our access to Brightspace and C&M and all of that stuff. Um, but the wizards have done their magic and we're back in business. So I understand that you couldn't submit your peer review worksheets last night, so get those in today. And we'll be a little, flexible with deadlines as we need to be this week. That said, we've got plenty to do. So don't, sit on your hands too much. But I totally understand that things are a little wacky. So the most important thing is stay safe and warm. And let's see what we're doing this week. So in your modules, and your class may look very much like this or it's all going to look like this when you get started. Okay, we're starting a new unit. We're going to be taking what we learned about our major issues, our themes in our narratives, and moving forward into research. You knew this was coming. The Hall of Fame gives you some illustrations about how that works. But first we have to get that narrative written. So let's go through what's going on this week. Your module overview is here. You're going to be thinking about what questions about yourself or your community emerge from the narrative you wrote in Unit 1. You're going to explore that, but first you have to finish the narrative. So, and you're going to reflect on your writing process, and we're going to use an annotation tool. Let me walk you through all of this. Please read my little lecture notes because it talks to you about taking the time necessary to reflect and what it means to reflect on your own writing. This is going to make sense in a second. So, your assignments for the week. Submit a final draft of your personal narrative by Wednesday. In theory, okay, that was the goal. I understand that there's going to be a little wiggle room due to weather and other complications. So Wednesday's the ideal. If it gets in Thursday, okay, but don't let it really slow you down because we need to move forward. We're going to do an exploration journal in which you reflect on your successes and challenges and learning experiences regarding your narrative. And in discussion, you're going to think about major ideas that arise from your narrative that might be worthy of research. We're also going to use a tool called Scribble that will help us with learning how to annotate texts online. And that's something we're going to be doing. It's part of our close reading skills that you practiced earlier on in the semester, and it's also a way for you to keep track of source material for your upcoming informational report. So this whole unit, this one we're starting right now, is in support of the informational report you're going to be writing in Unit 3. Everything we do here is foundational to that. So you're going to be researching, you're going to be looking at information, you're going to be annotating, you're going to be learning how to quote, summarize, and paraphrase, and cite your sources, all of that foundational stuff that'll get you really confident and well launched when you do your actual writing of the report. So think of this whole thing as a support assignment. All right, your readings and resources. If you haven't already, read Revising and Peer Review. Why do you do that again? Well, you're getting feedback from your peers, and you have to ingest it. You have to take in what's useful and what is not. It's always nice to thank the people who have given you the gift of their time and energy, so please do consider thanking the people who give you feedback. But as you read through their commentary, think about what is going to open your essay to greater depth and heights and wonders, and what is really not that useful. So you get to make those calls. But I do need to see change, revision, and development. That's part of the grade in your final submission. You don't just turn in the first draft. That is not how writing processes work. We take time, we think, we expand, and we understand that nobody writes alone. We all get feedback and grow with each other. You're going to read this chapter about reflection writing that will help you with your journal. This is an assignment that is going to be, I'm giving you a heads up about an assignment we're going to be doing in the next few weeks. And this is a document that is going to be helpful to you to think about why we research, how we research, and so on, but it will also give you practice using annotation tools. This is the annotation tool that I'm talking about, and this is a tutorial made by a C&M instructor that will help you understand how to use the tool. And I will help you with it as well in our weekly workshops this week. If you want to know more about annotations, please check out this text here. I'm sorry, this is the forward to your textbook, and it walks you through how to use annotation tools in general. They are helpful. It's not just busy work. So you're going to submit your draft, upload, submit, and here's your morning after reflection. I'm going to pause for just a moment. Alrighty, this is a writer's reflection. What this is you think about your writing experience. It's always easier to see your own writing after you've hit submit and you go, oh gosh, what did I just do? And then you go, oh, I was brilliant anyway. So answer these questions. Do so in complete sentences and paragraphs. And really think about it. Think about your answers and submit that the day after you submit your essay. Here is your discussion, wherein you consider the major themes and issues that emerged from your narrative and think about what questions do you have about the topics that you explored. What would be interesting to other readers? So think about where you might consider going for information about your topic. Where would you even begin? What are your typical research moves? If you want to learn more about something, how do you go about finding that information? And then in your replies to others, provide useful feedback. As a reader, if you were the person who is going to receive this informational report and make sense of it, what would you want to know more about? What are you curious about? As a reader, give some feedback. And here is an example of how I might go through that process, thinking about an essay I have been working on, and here are some research questions I might come up with, and then I might ask for feedback from my classmates. So that is just a model for how you might go about it. And your support assignment is, this is a heads up about how to do the they say, I say assignment. Just read this for now. The prompt and rubric are here. Please take a look at it. It's not due until weeks 9 and 10, but it will get you started. Okay, the annotation tool thing is here. There are lots of links and steps. What you're going to be doing is adding an extension. It has to be in Chrome to your toolbar that allows you to annotate online documents. So to illustrate, I'm going to go into our reflection writing here. This is your chapter that you're going to be reading. I already have the extension here, so I'm going to turn it on. Scribble Toolbar. And you're going to see all this jazz down here? This allows you to annotate. So maybe I'm really interested in considering purpose, audience, and goals for a piece of writing. So I think that's really important. So I'm going to highlight that in pink. But I think I'm going to be curious about, did I do outlining to help me create my essay? Maybe that would be useful. And that's another topic, slightly different. So I'm going to highlight it in a different color. And over here, I'm going to think about evaluating strengths and weaknesses of my writing process. And I'll give myself a little note. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing here. And once you've got that all taken care of, you can close that out. You can also change the color of your notes. So for example, when you're doing your research and you think, wow, this all relates to one topic and this relates to another, this is going to make sense in a bit. It'll help you and so on. And when you're ready to share it, you use this little button here and you can create a permalink. And the permalink means that anyone can open it, and you're going to submit a permalink to this assignment. I'll walk you through this during the weekly workshop. I hope that's helpful. And thanks for watching my bumbling video.